So there's an encampment right over here. So we'll start with this one. This is kind of in the middle. There's a couple of old ones in the south end, but we hadn't seen much activity down there. This guy here reportedly was an employee that used to work for the city, so he says. And he got himself set up over here over the summer. We're gonna take a walk. He was gainfully employed. He has an addiction issue. He's got family locally. I just talked to him a week ago. He actually came up to see me. Project Hope is the development of programming that we individually identified as agencies, issues that we've tried to work on through the police department relative to homelessness, addiction, people that are unsheltered, they're kind of drifting around downtown and all throughout the city. And we have had no game plan to engage these folks and get them on a pathway to good decision making and stability, whatever that may mean, and it's different for everybody. So we partnered with Behavioral Health Network, and we went after some funding, and we were very grateful to become educated in what crisis intervention is and the level of mental health. And I never looked at it from a mental health standpoint. I always looked at it more from a public safety, criminal aspect of, you're out here, you're loitering, you're doing this, you're that, you're trespassing, open container. And I never looked at the drivers or the underlying issues on why they were doing what they're doing. When we partnered with BHN, we learned that mental health is such a huge issue and a big driver of why people are doing what they're doing. So we got together, myself and Carla, Kate and Matt, and we said, well, what if in a perfect world, and we had some funding, could we write some programming to get out there? Like, we had to learn how to drive around with crisis clinicians who see things completely from a humanitarian standpoint. We'd have to take a step back from a police standpoint and let them do their thing in the street. So we had to really work hard to build trust with the folks that we encountered, and we've done that. And we've beta tested it, we piloted it, and now we're hopefully going to proliferate this and expand the programming. Who do we have here?
Xavier and Alicia.
Xavier and Alicia.
Yes.
Is this all your handiwork, or are you just kind of...
No, just this area. I'm just trying to take one day at a time and stay positive and look for a job. I've been applying, to Chili's and stuff, trying to call, and that's about it. I mean, we do pretty well, but I know we do deserve better than that. I try to make it work with people.
We're getting really used to it after all this time. After years.
They said I don't have to be afraid of getting hurt by anybody, that I live with.
Now, are you guys in a relationship, or?
Yeah, we're together.
Yeah,
we're together.
It's always are together since day one. Since she came to me, always been around me. She doesn't want me.
He's the one that keeps me going. All the heavy stuff carrying it.
Yes. Makes perfect sense.
But you help.
You can't help your child until you can help yourself.
No, I know that, and it's been a struggle for me to ever find stable housing for years. So.
We're looking to get people back connected, just with, I guess, for lack of a better way of saying it, just with society, and getting back and feeling as if they're, human beings. If you really break it down to us, that's being that simple. It's just a lot of these folks are on the outskirts of society, feel as if, most of the time people are moving to the other side of the street or yelling at them or telling them to move along, and we're trying to just be that connection and say, hey, what's your name? Just even starting there. And letting them know that it doesn't have to be this way forever. They can get help. We can offer it to them. It doesn't have to be right this second. We leave the door open and say, okay, if you're not ready right at this point, this is who we are. This is where you contact us.
But it's you're not in jail. You're not in custody. This isn't a police matter. This is simply trying to help out some people who don't deserve and should not be living in the woods.